I'm about an hour's walk out of Patterdale, and because of the race, the bike race that was on at Grasmere, again, I couldn't get accommodation anywhere in the Lake District. Oh, look, there's a little lamb there. Have a look at this. Oh, how cute. Well, quite a few of them, actually. Oh. Oh, they're all running away from me. It's not even 6 o'clock in the morning here. Oh, poor little fellas, look. Trying to get away from me. So I'm not interested in you. It's okay, just say hello. And got to find the right trail. Here it is. Yes, that's where I'm supposed to go. I've got good directions this morning. So I couldn't find accommodation in Patterdale. So our dear friend Chris, whom we're staying with in Ilford near London, found this place for me. And it's about an hour's walk out of Patterdale. I caught a bus here, I didn't have to walk here. And my concern is the walk for today is the hardest on the whole of the coast to coast walk. It is the highest climb, and it's to the highest altitude on the coast to coast. I'm just watching where I walk. And they say by the end of the day you'll be cursing the name of Alfred Wainwright. And so I'm setting off before 6 o'clock. So I had to get, Chris got me this place. I stayed here. I was concerned I'd have to walk another hour because there's no bus till 10 o'clock and I didn't want to wait that long. I'd have to walk another hour, add another hour to my walk. But amazingly, I spoke to the manager last night. There is a shortcut. Ta-da! To a point on the trail, and actually I may actually save an hour and a half from my walk. There's a point on the walk called the Knot, and quite honestly I don't mind saving an hour and a half on this, the worst day, and I'm a little bit intimidated by this. Have a look where I'm walking. So this is where I'm walking, around trees and stuff like that. So I don't mind actually saving a little bit of time. I'm a little bit intimidated with the weight of my backpack about this day being so steep. I haven't got there yet, but it's going to be incredibly steep. And so a dear friend was trying to help relieve the weight for me, but I've got no phone signal, so we couldn't organise that. So I've got to carry this through really steep uphill and apparently incredibly steep going down. I just got to bear it today for the walk for Olivia, carrying my burden for the day, and see how we go. Okay, this phone's getting heavy actually, so I'm going to keep going. It's going to be a great day. The weather's going to be beautiful, and so it'll be tough, but we'll see how we go in day 6. It's day 6. Only another 8 or so to go. So here we go. Dave Palmer signing off. Till the next part of the video. Bye for now. Just thinking, while I've been walking up the hill here, I met a guy down the bottom of the hill who was an older gentleman, and he was walking his dog, and he looked like he was a widower, and it made me, and he was a lovely fellow, and he saw that I was lost, and he told me how to find my way up to what I'm looking for. I thought I'd take a stop and my pause on this steep hill and just take a moment to reflect this, and it made me realise he had the company of his little dog going out for a walk at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he thought he'd show this lost backpacker how to go, how to find his way. And he said to me, a lot of backpackers are too proud to ask, and I said, I'm not. I said, I'm desperate, And he smiled and told me exactly what to do, and I thanked him for it, and I went on my way. And I realised something, true happiness. People spend money and pursue careers, and they search for happiness and neglect their families. And one of the things that I'm discovering in life, I've discovered that true happiness is not out there. True happiness is in your own backyard. And I really believe, and I know that we, certainly the church that I work for, we've really discovering this. True happiness is found in community. True happiness is found in relationship with those that you love, and an authentic, genuine community. And for me, what I'm doing is very isolating and very lonely, and it's a lonely walk. And most of the time I'm on my own, and I miss my family. I miss my wife and my daughter. And a lot of people do a lot of things to find their identity, but I think true identity is found by association and connection with the people that you love the most. The walk for Olivia is a walk championing those that are victims of domestic abuse. And really, they're ones that often are running from the people that ought to be the ones that love them the most and give them the most affection and care. And because of violence and people that are confused about their own identity and their anger and that are hurting the ones that they're loving because of confusion in their own identities. So my thought today is this: true happiness is at home. True happiness, your real sense of a purpose and identity, is with the ones that you love, and we need to get that sorted out in our lives, don't you reckon? And so these times of lonely reflection, when I'm out walk, maybe people that have got anger issues ought to do some of the things that I'm doing right now. Get out and walk, to go for some long walks and have a bit of reflection and do what some of the things that I'm doing like this, and have a think about what you're doing with your life and what matters most. Get lonely for a while and realize what's important to you. And so, I walked the Camino through Spain a few years ago, and it made me think. I miss my family more than anything, and right now I miss my wife. I miss my beautiful daughter Jessica. They mean more to me than anyone in the whole world. I miss my church, my family, my spiritual family, my friends, and but it's from a sense of community that you find your identity. And we all need someone. Didn't the Beatles sing something like that? We need someone to love, and I get by with a little help from my friends. So I got to keep walking. I got a big day today, but I just thought I'd share that the most important things in life are not things, they're people. And so, you can spend a lot of money and go on long holidays, you can get things and all sorts of stuff, but true happiness, true sense of purpose and identity comes from relationships and community. So Walk for Olivia is all about championing those that really have needs in their life for love and security. So let's keep moving. Don't forget, get behind Walk for Olivia, and click on the link somewhere on below this video. You'll find it, and get behind Dare and Karen Johns and what they're doing, and help those that need help that are suffering from domestic abuse. Thank you. Bye for now. I had to turn back from the route that I was going. As awesome as it looked, it was leading me astray. It was the wrong route. I've got to go to Kitsty Pike, which is the highest point on the coast to coast, and I picked it up from a GPS on my phone that I was going the wrong way. Well, it's about 10:15, and I finally made it to the summit of Kitsty Pike. It's the high point of the coast to coast. Pretty high. I wouldn't want to jump off the edge here, and so I'm here with my backpack. And I set off at 6 o'clock this morning, and I made it. It wasn't nowhere near as bad as I thought. I took a steady climb from my accommodation, and it's 10:15, and I made it. So it's all downhill. I understand it's pretty grueling downhill. But coming up was nowhere near as bad as I thought. I'll show you over the edge. There you go, a long way down there. I've got a long way to go before I get to my accommodation tonight. Probably maybe 8-hour walk to go. So I'll have something to eat. I'll have a nibble and I'll get to work. That was very scary, watching a guy go up there now. A lot of scrambling, coming down, a bit challenging on the knees. Hope it's easier going downhill from here. We walk along the river. So I've just stopped. The weather is so beautiful here. It's so hot that I have just had to put on sun cream lotion. I'd forgotten that I bought it actually. So I was just looking through my toiletry bag because I had some insect repellent for midges, English little gnats, and I thought it had some suntan lotion in it, and it didn't. But I bought some. I'd forgotten that I had it in my bag. So I've just put on suntan lotion, which is great. I feel good about that, and I've had some electrolytes because it's so warm. It feels like about 26 degrees. I don't know whether it is, but the sun's beating down on me. I can feel it stinging my neck. But I'm happy now. I've had some Bilton beef jerky and some disgusting shortbread caramels biscuit, but it's all food. It's light stuff I can carry, and I feel energized. I've had a little break and I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm going to go as far as the eye can see until I get to somewhere to get to my accommodation for the night. So it's off to the wild blue yonder, or the wild green yonder, whatever it is. As I'm walking past the Haweswater, in essence, I'm leaving the Lake District behind, and I'm actually glad because as beautiful as it was, and I mean I've had it at its worst and I've had it at its best as well, and I can't complain. I mean it's been a real experience. In many ways, it's been humbling. It's humbled me, and I'm going to have to concentrate here. I've got to go through this boggy bit, so I've got to be humble, otherwise I'll end up in the bog. Whoops. I find if you don't concentrate, whoops, I have to concentrate very carefully, otherwise I don't. Okay, now I can talk, I think. What was I talking about? Yeah, I mean, the Lake District humbled me in many ways. It dealt with my pride. It taught me a lot. It taught me to prepare. It taught me not to take things for granted. It taught me I was naive. And it did me good, actually, I think. Made me appreciate my family. It made me stop a lot of things, actually. It's a lot, you know. So I think I'll be unpacking a lot. I'm certainly approaching this whole walk a lot differently, and appreciating a lot of things very, very differently. But but I'm glad to leave the Lake District behind now, because I'm hoping that the walk becomes less undulating, less challenging. It's an obstacle course walking through the Lake District, and I'd like to get some miles under my belt. I won't be able to catch up on the 2 days that I've lost, but I'd like to be able to at least make a Robin Hood Bay by Wednesday week. So that's my goal, and so I'd like to have some normal walking if I can. Here goes. There's always water. Beautiful. This is an honesty box. You can just put in your 80 pence and grab a Tango or a Coke and put your garbage in the box. It's a great idea, isn't it? I'm going to have one. Drink it by the bridge down here. Awesome. Sure who's going to give right away here, but I've got to go through. Bulls. Sheep and goats move, but the bulls move. I don't know. How do you get through? They're going to move for me. I'm kind of relieved. I don't particularly feel like having an altercation with a bull after walking since 6 o'clock this morning. That's kind of like 9 hours of walking. Thank you, boys, girls, whatever. Thank you. I'd like to keep coming through. Is that all right? Coming through here. Is that all right? They're not going to move? Not going to move. They are going to move. Relieved, relieved, relieved. Thank you. If I had to run right now, I wouldn't do very good at it. Still walking, still walking. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. I'm assuming I have to go this way. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Relieved. Okay. The last 3-4 kilometres of a long day, supposed to be the hardest day. I actually didn't find it to be the hardest day. I found the hills not as hard as the books said, and I actually found it was one of the better days for me, to be honest. The weather was great, the sun was shining, it was steep for sure, but I've been training for that for 5 months before I came out here. Coming down on the other side wasn't too bad. There was about a 20-minute section where it was scrambling and a little bit hairy, but you know, that was just that one section, and you know, I dealt with that. And walking around the reservoir at Haweswater, I think they call it. Yeah, it was a long walk, and there's a few parts of that where it was uphill, and that was fairly exhausting. And about 1:30 I started running out of energy and got a very weak, and eventually I sat down and took my socks off and until the ants came out and started crawling over me. They didn't bite. Then I got my energy back, had a bit of biltong and beef jerky, and I felt energized again, and probably got 2 more hours of walking to go, hour and a half, and I'll be at Shap at the New Ing Lodge. And if I catch a village before there and I can get something to eat before I check in, I'll do that. Looks like I've got a telephone signal. I think I see a few messages coming through. It's a bit more civilized walking these lovely little fields, so I'll keep going. Here we go, a style to walk over right now. It's 6:15 in the morning. I'm just leaving the New Ing Lodge in Shap. It was a great place to stay. £20 for the night, and I think I paid about £13 for a 2-course meal. It was a really good meal. Lovely people that I stayed with. Pretty well everywhere I've been going, I've been meeting great people, all nationalities, American, English, all tremendous, great help. And I'm doing something that I haven't done before. Yesterday was supposed to be the hardest day on the coast-to-coast walk, so I am doing something I haven't done, and today's our longest walk, and I'm travelling lighter today. It's a 20-mile walk, and it's 6:15 in the morning, and I'm getting my backpack transported. I realise I've got a bag that's it's strong in a way that you can make it into like a little backpack, so I've done that, and I'm carrying my essentials, even some wet weather gear. It's not supposed to rain, but just in case it does, you always carry that stuff in England. And I'm doing a lighter walk for 20 miles. It's a long walk from Shap to Kirby Stephen, and I've got accommodation booked tonight, and so I'm going to have a little more of a more pleasurable walk hopefully today, although it's a real long walk. And so I get my backpack's being shipped for £10, so I'm going to enjoy the walk hopefully a bit more. I am a bit tired, my legs and muscles are a bit sore, so I've taken some ibuprofen, what we call that, anti-inflammatory, so we see how I go. Got to keep an eye on my GPS so I don't get off track. This is day 7 on the walk for Olivia. Just found this little abandoned something or other, I don't know what it is, a stone thing, and I'm cooling my feet in the shade for the rest of the walk for the next 8 hours. So having a bit of a break, and there you go, that's what you do. Take your shoes and your socks off and gonna have a little snack. It's my break, my rest time for 15 minutes. This is what I've been dreaming about. Fish and chips and mushy peas. Yeah. Kirby Stephen. Yeah. This is the best fish and chip shop on the coast to coast. I'll put myself in here. This is the best fish and chip shop on the whole of the coast to coast. Absolutely. I got served in a minute, 1 minute. I'll put this out there on social media.